Now playing. Get ready for the family reunion from hell. From the producers of the horror classic Evil Dead comes a brand new nightmare and the scariest installment yet. After her husband's mysterious passing, a widow seeks comfort with her in-laws in their secluded cabin in the woods. But as they one by one turn into something much more sinister, she discovers that every family has its demons. Evil Dead Burn. Now playing only in theaters. Rated R. Under 17, not admitted without parent. Insurance isn't one size fits all. That's why drivers have trusted Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years. Just tell Progressive what you want to pay, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Visit Progressive.com to find a car insurance rate that works for you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
There's no place to escape to.
This is the last podcast.
On the left. That's when the cannibalism started.
What was that?
What does it mean when your throat turns to blood?
Yeah.
Fine. That's what you want.
I mean, usually the consumption. You're going to die like an Irishman.
I thought it was love was in the air.
Yeah, it's possible.
Love is in the air.
I'm all right.
Every
Ready to
time
go?
I look
All right.
around.
That's Marcus. I'm Ben. And then we got over there to the guy to the left.
All
is
American
a,
Henry Zabrowski. It's May 1st. It's my birthday.
Happy birthday, Henry Zabrowski.
Happy birthday.
We
Holy
found out that it's
Lord.
the second most important Illuminati holiday today that definitely involves human sacrifice
No
because
doubt.
you gotta.
You gotta do it.
Also, we got the maypole thing, which there's nothing I like better than a big, long stick in a field. All the little boys and the girls are wrapping their ribbons around a big old stick. And they just want to climb up it. Oh, Mommy, can I get it in my mouth?
I mean, I don't know. I don't understand. How the stick ejaculate?
Is that what the maypole ceremony is?
Usually it's a bunch of fat naked chicks just dancing around a pole.
I'm there.
This is the second anniversary. Now, why is it the second most important day for the Illuminati?
It's the end of the winter equinox.
I see.
Spring equinox.
It's the end. It's the end of the spring equinox. I think
Yeah.
it was the beginning of the spring equinox.
Is it?
I think, no, the end of spring is near, my friend. Although
It's a
it
naked
doesn't
chick
seem-
holiday.
No. Spring, the equinox is just the beginning of it. Yeah, so the spring equinox is just fairly short.
Well, either way, if you're going to kill today because the Illuminati will
Because
be
it's
happy.
extra special, it gets extra report. I mean, you're not going to listen to this podcast today, but if you were, just know, I just hope you're at home doing something bad.
That's
I mean, it's the highest day of the Druidic Witches calendar, and it's also called Walpurgis Night.
Yeah.
Walpurgis Night.
Another fat chick holiday.
Oh,
I love
definitely.
them. I love them.
Oh, yeah.
I'm one of them.
I
I
hope you
consider
do.
myself an honorary fat lady today.
Ah, yes.
And let me ask you, Andrew, did you do your fire sacrifice on April 19th?
Well, I mean, I made some eggs.
That'll work. That'll
That's
work.
fine. That's fine.
All
I mean,
right. So go out there and murder, and that goes well with today's topic. We're going to dip our feet into the serial killer game again,
I'm
ladies
so
and gentlemen.
excited.
Love serial killer episodes.
So today's episode came off of a specific story that Marcus sent me. It's pretty wonderful. Today's topic is serial killers who think there are vampires.
It happens.
And
Yeah.
it's like, if you look on the internet, I literally, after this story, I just Google searched serial killers who think they are vampires. It's like 1 million hits.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they all think they're vampires.
Sure, why
but
wouldn't
it's,
they?
it's some of them are more specific than the other ones just because they love to just, get up in an abdomen and slurp up the blood.
Are we
What I've-
blaming? Are we blaming the
No, no,
Twilight
no, no, no,
franchise
no.
and things like that on this? Is there a new resurgence?
No.
Is the vampire hip? Is the vampire
That is an
cool?
insult.
I don't
When
know.
you
Let
hear
the right
these
one
stories,
in. Very popular movie.
If Robert Pattinson met Richard Templeton Chase, he would not have a penis anymore. That's for certain. And he definitely would fucking cut open his stomach and play with his guts a whole bunch.
Yeah.
And he'd pop out his eyes.
So it's a different kind of vampire.
Different kind of vampire. Also, what you're going to find with specific vampire killings is that you're disorganized killers, not organized killers. On the whole,
You would
they
think
like
that
to
they
get
would
in
be
there.
more organized.
No. They like to get in. They like to play with the blood. And the other thing is, I was watching a really interesting interview with the criminologist who was also saying there's a twofold school on serial killers that are also some are act based and some are process-based, and some of them just like the urge. Like once they're
So
done
what's
killing,
an act-based serial killer?
Act-based is just someone who kills somebody and then that's it. The big thrill was in killing them.
Oh, okay.
And then process-based is someone who likes, makes the body like a marionette puppet and plays with its balls for an hour.
Yeah.
Like one of the ones, you're like wears the head as a mask and walks around, goes to 7-Eleven and be like, I'd like a pack of cigarettes because he quit a year ago, but the
Right.
head says that he could smoke again.
He's the kind of guy who would put a dress on a chihuahua.
Yes.
He just likes to dress him up and
People
play
who
around with
take
the dolls.
Dogs to parades.
Sure. I mean, a lot of people own dogs, but not all of them not all of them dress them like Audrey Hepburn for Halloween. Breakfast at Tiffany's.
She's beautiful.
I love that dog. All right, so do we want to get in with Mr. Cross? Do we want to start with him? Is he the most
I want to
famous
start with the story
vampire
that
killer?
Marcus. Let's do this. The story that Marcus sent that started the whole thing.
Okay.
Yes, and his name is Marcus Wesson.
Oh, the connection's made.
And he is a large black man, as people named Marcus should be.
Yeah.
That's true.
People named Marcus should not be skinny white men.
I don't know. I think that skinny white men could be named anything they want because we took this country.
That's a different program, everybody. It's not. That's a different show.
Yeah, and come on, Henry. We skinny white men. You're not part of the club.
No.
Yeah.
I'm special in this room.
Marcus Jordan Parks.
Yes.
And a little bit more African American sounding.
Yes, it is. So Marcus Wesson, he was a David Koresh type of guy, but on a very small scale.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Literally 6 inches tall. He's a wee one.
He was actually.
If you could hear me, you would believe what I'm saying to you. If you could just hear me up there, you would believe me.
Hey, could you drop like a little bit of that English muffin?
Just a small crowd.
God, I'm hungry.
Well, in fact, he was described in many of the accounts that I read of him as corpulent.
So he's fat.
Yeah, 300 pounds.
He must have been celebrating May Day
Yeah.
with his girlfriends. Come at me, girls.
Well,
no girls wanted to be with him.
his girlfriends were his children.
Okay, so he had sex with his children.
He had sex with all of his children,
Yeah.
well, all of the daughters at the
Okay.
very least. His connection to vampires was that he was a big Christian, a gigantic Christian. However, he did write his own homemade Bible that involved Jesus Christ being a vampire.
He loved vampires. He put vampires into the Bible story.
All right, I can see that working
That's how
out well,
much-
though.
And he said the connection between Jesus Christ and vampiras is that they are both immortal, therefore they're the same.
Beautiful
And they're
hair.
both like badass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful hair, badass people. Jesus had people drink his blood.
Ah.
Oh, yeah,
He
I
loved
mean,
it.
that's
The
just
communion with
Catholicism in
the
general.
body. I mean, I can see the connection there.
But he had his dog. Like,
and-
you go through some of the
Do we know?
details.
Did
Yeah.
Jesus drink any of his own blood?
I mean, at one point, possibly. He was a wild guy.
All right.
Yeah.
No, he was just
Hanging
like,
around with a bunch
I
of-
can't believe that these guys are drinking my blood.
This is fucking great. I'm feeling a little dizzy over here. Like Matthew Lillard at the end of the Scream.
I'm fucking dying.
Getting woozy, man. Jesus, maybe you should stop serving everybody your blood. You need that to live. Oh, shit, man. Oh, my dad was gone, man. Oh.
Well, Marcus,
A
even
real fat dude just comes in. May I have more blood, please?
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Henry, you're killing me, Henry. You're killing me, Henry.
Marcus Wesson loved vampires so much that he gave himself and his children vampire names.
Okay.
Yeah.
His vampire name was Javam Mark Suspire.
He sounds like a fashion designer. That's not a name.
And some of his children's vampire names, Jeva St. Vladin Spivery.
Vladin Spivery?
Vladin Spivspree.
Yeah.
That's
I'm gonna give myself a vampire name.
Okay, what you gonna go with?
Count Chocula.
That's already been taken, I think, by the Nestle Corporation. Or the,
And he started
whichever
going
one
with the
it is.
saints, Marshy St. Christopher, Ethan St. Laurent, Sedona Vadra.
They just sound French.
Yeah, they all sound really French.
He just read Anne Rice
Yeah.
too much.
Well, he started way back in the day in 1974 when he
Okay.
married a woman named Elizabeth who was 13 years he married a woman named Rose Solorio who was 13 years her senior and already had 8 children herself.
Yeah, he just married this old woman for some reason.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's for the kids.
Yeah, but then when Solorio's daughter Elizabeth was 14 and Wesson was 27, he decided he needed a little bit of that young action and impregnated her.
Yeah.
Which was the first of many. children that he impregnated, and he just started fucking all over the place.
So it
I
sounds
forgot
like
what it was. The stuff he said that when he was having sex with them, he's like, "I'm just giving you some love, and I'm giving you some proper
that's
love."
That's what they say.
That's what they always say.
Yeah.
He's just saying that I'm bringing you closer to me, and
No one ever loved me that much.
No one ever wanted
you're
to touch you.
still so bitter about that.
So it sounds like he was just your run-of-the-mill pedophile. What separates himself? What makes him a vampire?
Well, he is not he is not. That's the thing about it, is that he himself did not believe that he was a vampire. He was merely obsessed with him. But continuing on with the story is that he started taking his brood all around the California area. They lived on a tugboat for a while.
That's kind of fun.
Is he the world's greatest dad?
Yeah.
be.
They lived in an army tent out in the woods.
That's fun,
for
too.
a little
Did
while.
you tell him you're camping?
Until they finally settled on a school bus in front of a commercial building.
Oh,
Well, they're
hell
just kind of
yeah.
a weird family.
Yeah.
That's the odd
Would you
folks
love to
home.
be the 17-year-old working at the Blockbuster the day, and the manager goes, "It's like, Jeffrey, could you go tell that school bus to leave? You need to go out there and you need to tell them to stop parking that school bus outside. I can't do it. I'm too busy labeling tapes." There's this 17-year-old going up to them and be like, excuse me, mister, can you, I know that you're a vampire family, but if you could move your mobile home, that would be really great for us.
Well, he owned the commercial space, but he preferred the school bus. And then the cops came and said, "Listen, man, you can't live in a school bus.
You can't live in a school bus.
You got to go inside."
But the thing is that they
Why
said
can't
that
you live in a school bus?
It's not that you can't live in a school bus, because obviously you can.
Yeah.
Because they were.
Yeah.
You know, but you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Well, it's a bus. It's not a house.
Well, they're a vampire family. They have different needs.
I mean,
Yeah.
it would be fun. This bus is not a house.
Yeah.
This bus is not a house.
And then
And then
when
she runs out and she slowly slams the door, but like it's the school bus door.
So when they moved into the house, that is when I really want to just say his full name, Javam Marcus Pire. That's when he decided it was time to go looking for coffins.
Because
okay.
he bought a bunch of coffins because he was also it was the same thing. It was like the Koresh thing where
Yeah.
it's like, when the shit comes down, everyone's got to kill themselves, and
You want a
you want to give
coffin.
them, you want to tell the rest of the story.
Yeah. He had strict instructions to the kids, or to his to all of his kids. It's like, all right, you shoot the one youngest to you.
Okay.
And
They all had guns.
Yeah,
and
they-
they also dressed in like burqa outfits.
But then the youngest one lives.
yeah,
Rough.
well, they went on like this for years.
The
He started. He would wait until the kids were 8 or 9 before he started molesting them. First,
That's nice. Give them a breather.
Give him a little
childhood.
bit of time before,
Yeah.
and they were his adoring geishas. They washed his dreadlocks, and he had some gnarly dreadlocks.
Okay.
They scratched his armpits and belly and did his beckoning.
Man,
Sounds like a dream
it just-
world for you, Henry.
It just sounds nice.
Yeah,
It doesn't
and
sound that
And he
bad.
justified all of this. He would read them passages from the Bible in which a man would take multiple wives, and he'd tell them God wants a man to have more than one wife. But he didn't say anything about children, of course.
I mean, not his own children.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah, and they were, of
Especially.
course, and he was fascinated with David Koresh when that whole thing was going down. They were just glued to the TV, and he
love
was
that.
saying like, "This is how the world is attacking God's people. This man is just like me. He is making children for the Lord, and that's what we should be doing, making children for the Lord."
Yeah.
So 2 of these kids escaped.
Okay.
2 of them escaped. They got the fuck out of there, but they left their
You just go
incest
to the
babies.
emergency exit. Just
Yeah.
in the back of the bus. Just like hit that.
And they left their kids behind. Some of their incest babies, they left them behind.
Okay.
So there were rumors going around that Javam Marcus Pire was going to be taking the whole family to Washington. So these 2 women went to the house and they said, "Give me back my
join the
kids."
me out
Senate.
for a real stinky bus. Yeah.
It's like the movie Mr. Smith Goes to Washington,
Right.
but with a vampire incest-ridden family.
I like his filibustering skills.
Oh, of course.
When he fucked his 9-year-old in front of us, we knew Santa was real. All the letters.
So these 2 women go to the house, they team up, and they go and confront Wesson, and they say, "We want our children back." And it starts to be this big to-do, so the cops get called.
Oh, yeah.
And he starts, and
Yeah,
he's...
temperatures are running high. He's been fucking everybody for years.
Yep. And he's staying calm, stone-faced the entire time, and then suddenly he just backs away and slams the door. The cops don't have any. They say that they don't have any probable cause to go into the house.
And they're like, he be fucking us.
Yeah, and this is a definite cop incompetence story, and cops trying to cover their ass because a neighbor said that she heard gunshots, but the cops say we didn't hear anything. We didn't hear any gunshots.
Anything.
Well, that was the thing. They were also doing one of those silent disco things. So they were all really into that, where they're all wearing the headphones and just, listening to the same song, but no one can hear anything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they had to go back to their cars and go to the grocery store, get your garlic, get your cross. I mean, this is a very dangerous vampire-type personality we're dealing with here.
You get some garlic, so you get some basil, you get some pine nuts.
Next thing you know, you're just having
making
stew with the guy.
You know,
They bonded over a great onion soup.
And so about 45 minutes later, Wesson comes back to the door, and he's just covered in blood. And one of the cops freaks out. Now it's probable cause. One of the cops runs past him, and he goes into the back room, and he finds 9 bodies stacked upon each other from youngest to oldest, youngest being 1, oldest being 25. And it is said that the oldest, her name was, let's see here, Sabrina. Her name was Sabrina Wesson. Or Sabrina April Wesson, 25.
What was her vampire name?
April.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she was the oldest, so it was before
She was
the first one. So
Vampire. Your name is Vampire.
April Vampire.
And there were 9 kids, all stacked from youngest to oldest, with Sabrina on top. They'd all been shot in the eye once. And this, in the prosecution, this is a case that is very similar to Charles Manson because Wesson's DNA was not on the gun. The DNA on the gun was Sabrina. The gunpowder was on her hands. But because of the testimony from his other daughters that it escaped, the first-degree murder charge was put on Wesson.
I mean, it definitely should have been.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody was dead, though, right?
Yeah, everybody was dead. And there were all kinds of weird things going on. Like, he had a son, and some of the kids just started getting pregnant, and they just told him, like, oh, yeah, we went down to the sperm bank and grabbed some sperm.
Oh, yeah, just said we got sperm.
Inseminated.
And,
sperm
in them.
There's a sperm bank robber on the loose.
That's what I've been wanting to do for my daughters, is just get them randomly pregnant with a bunch of loose sperm I got from the clinic.
And the women, even after he killed their children, the women, when they testified, they were like, I totally understand what he did. Like, I don't. And one of them almost didn't testify because she said, I don't want him to be mad at me.
Oh, he would be mad. He will be mad.
Yeah.
This guy needs to run for president.
Everybody wants to make him happy.
Yeah, it's true.
Son of a good president.
Yeah, and one of the women, after she left, when she started seeing some of these girls get pregnant, and her excuse of why she didn't ask who the fathers were, she said that her own mother had 10 kids with 3 different men, and her sister had 7 children with various men, and she considered it, quote, mean and rude to ask about fathers.
It's a family tradition.
Yeah, it is.
It's not
Jesus
bad.
Christ.
Boy, the state of America.
So
Lucky
this
fathers,
wasn't
by
that
the way.
long ago. This was
2004. This was 2004 when he
Okay.
killed all these kids.
Yeah, so that's right around the corner. It's still happening, guys.
Oh, yeah.
So that as soon as I heard that story, I was like,
You were
because
thrilled.
that's what I do. I love stories like that. I was like, oh, vampires. It's like a vampires. And there is a
did he
bunch
drink
of
their
them.
blood at all? He just gave them the
No,
names.
he
I
was
feel
just
like he
into
didn't go
vampires.
that far with the vampire
No,
thing.
but he gave them vampire names.
Yeah, but
that's
that's like-
technically farther than the other ones
It's
went.
slightly farther than not, but
in terms of building like a story Bible, you know what I mean? In terms of like if you're gonna make like a if he were to pitch that show to television,
Right.
Great reality television show.
it is a wonderful
Vampire
reality
Family.
show.
Vampire
I mean,
family, they all sleep in coffins.
And they all fuck each other
a lot.
You get all the
Well, I
bed
think that's
cams
gonna
in there,
lead
and
to
Daddy
some
comes
legal
into the
issues.
9-year-old.
No, they didn't fuck each other. Wesson was the only one getting laid in that house. He separated the girls from the boys so they would not have sexual thoughts about each other.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
nice.
saying.
Good parenting.
Put him in a big house in South Beach.
Sure.
Man, that's a great idea. Give him a bar, get him drunk every once in a while, see what happens.
See, that's one thing that parents are missing these days is that children do fuck each other and they need to be separated.
Well, I don't know if that's necessarily always happening, and I don't think your dad is always a vampire either.
Not always.
But it can happen. All right, so now we're on the vampire thought, and that led you down a bizarre rabbit hole, did it not, Henry?
A rabbit hole that I'll never leave.
You have to get out of it.
Yeah.
You immediately get out of it.
You really need to leave.
Blah, blah.
No.
I feel like that would make
don't have-
one of these vampires truly truly scary if he walked around going like, I'm a vampire.
Hello.
So the first one I want to talk about. So I got deep into research last night to go through. I was like watching this documentary on this guy Richard Chase, which we're going to get to, who is a demon who walked the earth for a little while.
Do you want to go through clinical vampirism first?
Yes.
All right. Clinical vampirism, also known as Renfield syndrome, is an actual diagnosable disease that psychologists do believe in. And they say what it comes from is that there is usually an event that happens before or during puberty where the child is excited in a sexual way by some event that involves blood injury or the ingestion of blood. At puberty, it becomes fused with sexual fantasies, and the typical person with Renfield syndrome begins with auto-vampirism, meaning they began to drink their own blood and then move on to other living creatures. They usually start with animals, of course, like all serial
Is
killers
it bad that
do.
I'm hard?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I disagree.
Normal.
I disagree.
It is bad?
It's bad.
I thought I'm more open-minded than you are.
It's.
I thought it was fine.
I'm a
I just
prude.
wanna
What
know
can
the
I
kid
say?
who-
I'm a prude.
Yeah, I just want to meet the kid who just like constantly falls off his bike so he can.
I just don't know
always
if
injures
I'm
himself and
like with
gets
everybody
hard.
else. It's just sometimes I just want to cut open a cow's head and just put my dick in it.
You know, I mean, that's
fine.
Yeah, but do you drink the
around.
blood?
No, that's
Then you are not a vampire, sir.
Oh, damn it.
You're
You're
just
a
running the
cow
mill.
fucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a cow head fucker.
Yeah.
It's different.
So last night I'm deep into research, and I know this
Is
has
that it for
happened to
this
me.
medical thing? That's it for the medical
Oh
thing?
yeah, well it comes from Renfield, of course, the famous character from
Dracula.
okay.
who eats spiders and flies in order to gain their life force.
Okay.
He thinks he's a vampire. He sucks up to Dracula.
Yeah,
Sure.
he's just
Yeah.
a kiss ass.
Yeah.
He's like the split sider for Dracula.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of news about this Jason Collins, this NBA basketball player, coming out as gay, but the vampire has been openly gay for a very long time.
Well, I mean,
And I
openly
don't think-
flashy. They're more like David
Fla-
Bowie. They're pansexual.
Yeah.
Pansexual, but I'm
Like
just
me.
saying,
In fact, it was.
where's the LGBT community coming out in love of the vampire?
I mean, it was said that Marcus Wesson was abused as a young boy, and that one childhood friend said that his father once paid him $50 to suck his cock.
Well, that's
well,
just
all right.
commerce.
That's
Making
American
jobs.
things.
You know, like these are people like they need to
The
be in the
American-
workforce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there was the 70s. There was a recession going on.
Yeah, you got
Different
gas
times.
prices,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Russia's
Getting
huge.
blood all over your bell bottoms. It's a rough time to be alive.
So
Definitely.
last night I just wanted to tell a quick story. I was walking down the street. I had been researching serial killers for hours. I'm gonna say I had been smoking weed.
You were smoking a lot of weed. So
I'm
you're
just
going to
gonna
say it because
in
you were.
terms for the story.
Right. Okay.
I had been smoking weed for hours.
Oh,
I was
now
walking
you're
down-
protecting yourself
No.
like you said it run in 20 years?
I was walking down the street. This dude was walking in front of me. He stopped dead in his tracks.
Scary looking guy.
Yeah. No, you know, normal guy. I look at him. He stops. As I walk past, he like backs up, right?
Uh-oh.
And like trails me as I'm walking past him. I watch him reach into his jacket pocket, and I turn around and go like, "What are you doing?" Like,
What
yell
am-
at him. And he freaked out, and he was taking out an inhaler
Yeah.
out of his jacket, and he dropped it onto the
Almost
street.
killed a man.
Oh.
You almost just killed a man
I got
because
him
you're
good.
a paranoid
No
psychopath.
one's gonna fucking get me.
No one is.
Richard
especially an
Templeton Chase
asthmatic-
is not gonna get me.
No.
All right.
He's in prison.
So
or
let's-
dead.
He's dead.
He's dead.
They put him to death. So first, I'm going to talk about Andrei Chikatilo.
Chikatilo.
Andrei Chikatilo. I'm going to do this because to start with, he's definitely the most famous of the of this
Chikatilo
whole
family.
group.
No doubt.
Chikatilo. He's Russian. He is a monster. He
Okay.
was a guy that he was active from 1978 to 1990. He was called the Vampire of Dusseldorf and stuff like that. You know, he was
Yeah.
the roster killer. Like he's the butcher of roster Germany. He was a guy who killed 53 young girls in a 12-year span.
In Dusseldorf.
In Dusseldorf.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, the land of big cups.
I know it. It
Love
must
in
be-
Germany. That's
must-
how I'll remember it from now on. It's just like it's big tits and lots of
Yeah.
beer.
It must be tough being a vampire in Dusseldorf, though, because all the girls, they don't have blood. They're filled with chocolate. You know, they're just filled with lovely.
Oh yeah, you're sending me into a fucking fever dream.
Yeah, bro. That
Boy,
would be very good for you.
you spent this entire episode hard.
Yeah, I spent all night hard.
Hard as the Dickens.
Dusseldorf.
Yeah, I So Andrei Chikatilo, a horrible madman. He was at the age of 11, basically.
Okay.
What I'm finding with a lot of these guys that I research is that they could not achieve erection when with women.
Okay.
And so that fact would drive them nuts. And so this guy, when he was 13, it got to he realized that he could not get hard. And so he got more and more frustrated until the sort of like turning point for him was that he was in 17. He grabbed an 11-year-old girl, forced her to the ground, and as he was struggling with her, he came all over her.
That's the ticket?
And he's just like, I got a
Eureka.
golden ticket.
Intriguing. This whole time I was trying
Willy
to figure out how to
Bonka's
lock
Chocolate
my disgusting
Factory.
cock.
And so
Good. Willy Bonker's Chocolate Factory?
that's where you go fuck all the chocolate. So he
sounds
discovered. So he became so naturally he went to college to be a teacher.
Okay.
In public school. He was a teacher for public school for 10 years until they stopped him because apparently, people had been complaining for literally the entire time that he was a teacher that he was molesting kids.
Sure. And how old was he teaching there? How old were the kids?
They were elementary school. They were young
Good.
young kids.
Perfect.
And so then he got fired.
Naturally.
Eventually, Russia takes time. Once the things start whirring, once the gears start whirring, then things start happening for them.
So it's a lot of bureaucracy.
Yes,
Sure.
And
Did you read Kafka?
No.
Every day, man.
Does it come in one of those like what was it, bubble yum like fucking
packets? Every book I read slowly comes to me through Laffy Taffy rappers. So I love punny books and different sort of funny sayings.
So Andrei, I'm just gonna go ahead and call him my friend Andrei.
Yeah.
He was always doing that, like the movie Dinner with Andrei.
Yeah.
But it was always just like a 12-year-old girl, and he was chewing her tits off.
Okay.
Both groundbreaking. Both of them. Yeah. The movie, The Killer.
So he started killing young boys and prostitutes and young girls in 1978. Like once he had become a supply clerk, and what he would do is he would take a train, he'd go out of town, he would find like a small little place outside of Roster. He said that he would, with prostitutes and homeless women,
sure,
he would give them money or like promise them a job or something. And with like little kids, it's always like,
I don't know if you need to promise a prostitute a job. She's already at work.
Well, he would do
a better job.
I guess so.
It's standard Bundy thing where he'd like lie to them and be like, I'll take you out of this life. I'll do all this stuff so they're all happy and shit. Yeah. So he can pretend like he's on a date for a second or that he has a little girl or a little boy.
This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is an all-in-one website platform that helps you stand out online. Yes, that's right. You don't have to smash your face with a hammer. You can just start a business. It's got everything you need on Squarespace, from securing your domain to building a professional site and showcasing your work all in one place. Let's say you want to show everybody how you can carve your ribs out of your lower abdomen so that you look more like a Ken doll. That's amazing. You can bring your vision to life with AI-powered design or curated templates, plus flexible editing tools that helps you create something that truly reflects your style, especially if you are somebody that is trying to corrupt the young men of America. That's what Squarespace is really going to help you. Squarespace makes it easy. It makes it easy for you to put all that together, and you just go to Squarespace and do it all. Thanks, Braden. Head to squarespace.com/left for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code LEFT to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Hey there, everybody. Is your cell phone bill too much money? Are you getting that bill and you're like, hey, what is this? I can't believe for what? For 5G? Are you crazy right now? $100? I don't even barely got any bars when I'm just sitting in my living room, okay? You don't have to deal with that anymore. Are you ready for this? $15 a month. That's right, $15 a month on Mint Mobile. Yeah, baby. Get their wireless plan, because they're just sitting there on the T-Mobile 5G network, and it's just $15. Your whole life, you're just paying all this money every month. You're like, why? Where's it going? It's going to these phone companies that are robbing you. So go to Mint Mobile. Let them help you talk to your mom. So get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month. Go to mintmobile.com/LPOTL. That's mintmobile.com/LPOTL. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/LPOTL. That's it. There's no catch. Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, $180 for 12 months, Plan required $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when the network is busy. Includes up to 20 gigabytes hotspot. Capable device required. Availability, speed, and coverage varies. See mintmobile.com. All right, I know what you're thinking. I like to go banking, but I don't want to give to these big old banks all the time that cater to the 1%. Well, go ahead and get yourself hooked up with Chime. It's banking built for you, not just those rich jerks. And they got thousands of fee-free ATMs because why pay to get your own money? Chime is working for you, man. You get your Chime card, you're going to get travel perks, you're going to get into airport lounges, you're going to get those chicken thighs. You know, every time I go to an airport lounge, I get chicken thighs. And you know what I say whenever I see a plate of chicken thighs? Give me more. Chime's going to get you those chicken thighs in these lounges, all right? Sure, they could serve other types of meat, but why would you when chicken thighs are so delicious? Chime is not just smarter banking, it's the most rewarding way to bank. Join the millions who are already banking fee-free today. Head to chime.com/left. That's chime.com/left. It only takes a few minutes to sign up. Chime is a fintech, not a bank. Banking services for Chime Card provided by Chime's bank partners. Optional products and services may have fees or charges. Stated cashback for Chime Prime only. No minimum balance required. Checking account ranking based on JD Power Survey published October 20th, 2025. For more information on travel perks, go to chime.com/disclosures.
It's obvious we love true crime, but it does make us feel a little paranoid about what's out there, as it should. And that's why it's so important to get a home security system that gives you peace of mind. With SimpliSafe, you can stop crimes before they even start using their AI-powered cameras to identify threats on your property and alert US-based live agents to take action. Like arriving in a helicopter in the night, coming down from the helicopter, zipping down and breaking through the windows with their big axes, and going through the house, ripping through the walls, finding the criminals. It's easy to do. SimpliSafe has been a game changer for us. And the best part, there's no long-term contract. We've used it since the very early days of SimpliSafe here at LPN, and it keeps us safe, doesn't it? It keeps all of our thoughts inside the building. Then there's the ones we let out because they have to go out because that's a part of it. But SimpliSafe keeps the other thoughts safe. And for that, we say thank you, SimpliSafe. And we want you to experience the same peace of mind as we, which is why we've partnered with SimpliSafe to offer an exclusive discount to all of our listeners. Right now, you can get 50% off your new system by visiting simplisafe.com/LPOTL. That's half off at simplisafe.com/LPOTL. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
And then he'd take him out to a woods. Eventually, he bought his own little house out in this one section of woods. He'd take him out there. He'd try to rape them. Like, he was setting himself up. He'd try to rape them. He couldn't get a hard-on, so he'd bugger out. And he'd cut him open. Like, he'd stab him a bunch
and then he
cut
could
him
get
open.
it hard.
And the big thing with him is that he'd drink, he'd cum all in their insides. Like, he'd stick their dick in, like, their organs and cum up on their organs. And then, like, he would, like, play with their organs. And, like, the big thing is he would drink the blood. And he said just because it's the only thing that made him hard. And so it's like he became to become a vampire because that's what he did. And the one interesting, like, factoid about his murders is that he used to pluck the eyes out of his victims because there was an old Russian, like, folklore that murder victims, that the last thing that they see, the vision is burnt on their eyes.
Yeah.
So he'd pop out the eyes.
That
Also
makes
just makes a creepier looking corpse.
It does. I mean, it's a real Little House on the Crazy situation here. I think what a bizarre revelation when you find out that you can only come to the insides of people's bodies. I mean,
How do I feel when I'm only happy when I'm eating fried chicken?
It's weird.
That's really hard walking around.
It'd be nice if you liked broccoli. You just don't like it.
Why am I sad, man?
I don't know, dude.
Oh, it's sweet dripping oil. Now I'm happy. So he used to go and he did this 53 times.
53.
For over 12 years, he would change up where he was going. It was always the same thing. It was
So not always in
viciously
Dusseldorf.
murdered. Not always in Dusseldorf. And then he would he'd rip their breasts off with their teeth. He would whenever he had a little boy, he'd cut his dick and balls off and suck on it and throw it in the woods. He'd find them all chewed up and stuff.
Like a
and
crawfish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do all this weird shit.
Suck the heads.
I suck the head.
Yeah.
So he did all of this, and for years and years. Finally, they were like, we have to figure out how to trap this guy. They arrested 2 people. They arrested
I don't think that
people.
they cared enough.
All of the police work is ridiculous. They said they arrested 2 people in terms for different separate versions of the crime, different like one of the murders and stuff. They executed one guy for the murder of another girl that he confessed to later on. And so finally the way they caught him is they had this thing called the snare. Russia's great.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Russia's really great.
And it's good to know that it's not just America that has hot dog squads running around.
No,
Hot dog
And
squad.
so, Russia's got him too.
I watched that
sauerkraut
document-
squads, yeah.
I survived BTK, and they interviewed a member of the hot dog squad, and you know why they never caught BTK? He's retarded.
Yeah.
And
He's
he
just
said-
I saw him at the corner of my eye, and he was running down the street, and there was a shoe sale.
I was a stock, bought some shoes, and by the time I got my new shoes, he was gone, and I didn't want to run into him anyway. But no, he literally said before he met BTK, they were talking to him. He's like, I can't judge a man I'd never met. I can't judge him. They're like, so what? You think he's
Fuck you.
He's like, I just never met him. You can't
Right.
judge me. He's like, he is a murderer. He just raped and murdered an entire family.
It's just a cop with no motivation.
I mean, you can just judge him a little bit.
Yeah,
Just
you
a
of
small
course.
amount of judgment.
Yeah,
would
because
probably
you want a
okay.
hard-boiled cop that's smoking a cigarette and just saying we're gonna bring this animal to justice.
Yeah, this guy was not like that.
Yeah,
No,
it's not.
everybody's got a hat on. What?
Just join the force for the donuts.
What did you
We've
say?
all got our
Oh,
own
you
hat.
know.
We've all got our own hats to wear.
So
All right, let's
let me
get
just
to-
quickly.
yeah.
So the snare, the way they got him is that they would. So all the major, they were like, well, he's killing people along train lines.
Okay.
So they put up at all of these different major places. They put up these really highly decorated cops, in full
Yeah.
fancy uniforms at all the train stations except for 2. And then they started waiting for him. Then they saw him. They saw this guy that matched the description as everyone was talking about. He walked into the forest. He came out, and they said he came out, and he was bleeding, and the cop stopped him, took his papers, and he's just like, well, on your way, and they let him go, and then the next day they found 3 bodies in the woods where he just was. They just let him go. He had done it to a 17-year-old boy. It was his last person he murdered, and that was in the struggle, the little boy bit his whole fingernail off, the whole front side of his finger, just literally ripped it off with his teeth. And so in the trial, so now finally they get him to confess, and the whole thing happens.
Hey, Lieutenant, do you think that was him? Do you think that was the serial killer? Did we just let?
What?
I feel like he was just covered in
There's
blood.
a shoe sale.
All right.
So
There
yeah,
is shoe line. I will get in line for shoe.
I will get in line for shoe. I heard they have wood shoe now.
It just seems like a bizarre Chris Farley moment in a comedy where
Oh,
the
yeah.
train's
Oh,
departing.
no.
Oh no!
So he goes when he's in prison. So the big thing with him is that they had to put him in an iron cage.
Okay.
When they put him in court, and it was him just singing and screaming. It's I'm a vampire, smashing his head against the thing, and
That's fun.
they put him to death. Yeah.
They did put it, but you don't get that fun show in American prisons. We never bring somebody out in a cage, treat him like a Hannibal Lecter type
You got
character
to.
in real life.
No, we have to be all. We have to be nice.
I mean, the
Because
most-
it's
people
all about
drugs.
optics here.
I mean,
Yeah.
the most we've got, and he's a Russian as well. The most that we've had is, Maxim Gelman that went on that killing spree here in
Oh,
New York.
yeah.
He told the judge to suck his Russian dick. But
Yeah.
but if you want to talk about a courtroom performance, Richard Ramirez. I mean, that's a man
that's
who
a
really
symphony.
used his
And
time
Manson.
wisely.
Manson
Yeah.
did that really well too.
Symphonies, I like that.
Yeah.
Saw a great
Yeah.
interview with Ramirez yesterday, and also saw a fun interview with Ed Kemper. I really like the Kemp.
This is what I was saying to
Big
you.
Kemp.
He's
Huh.
like you.
Nice guy. Everybody's got mommy issues. Holy Lord. Feminism is what caused the death of all those girls. Kemper's mother, a raging feminist. And he
Okay, well, I can't
That's
get
what he
on.
said.
No.
He
Real
said it.
hot button issue on
He
here.
said
Jezebel's going to be all over this podcast.
Yeah, Babel. All of the blogs that everybody loves so
Well,
much.
I got a vampire that had some grandmommy issues.
Yeah.
And he had a kill count of 1, but he is worth mentioning. His name was James P. Riva.
Oh,
He was a
okay.
guy that was he was in
He's
Massachusetts.
Fun. He is fun.
And unlike a lot of these other guys, he was not motivated by sex whatsoever. He was just a paranoid schizophrenic. And in April of 1980, he painted 4 bullets gold. So he had 4 golden bullets.
That's cool.
And shot his handicapped grandmother twice as she sat in her wheelchair.
Scarface.
And then
She might have been
drank.
shitting in her wheelchair as well, so I think you could say shat in her wheelchair.
And then he drank the warm blood gushing from the wounds before trying to cover her tracks by burning her body and her home.
Is
and
it
he
wrong that I felt more disgusted that she's all old blood?
Well, that's what he said. He said he was a 700-year-old vampire and that he'd gained no sustenance from her whatsoever because she was too old and dried up.
Yeah.
And he believed from a young age that his grandmother was a vampire predator who was robbing him of blood as he slept. And he believed that his only hope was in shooting her with the golden bullets. And the man, I mean, he was completely fucked up throughout his entire life.
But he just
and
painted them gold. I mean,
he
they're
just-
not real gold.
No, he just painted them gold. I
So
mean,
you can't just like paint something in silver and then pretend like that would kill a vampire
Yeah.
or gold.
I mean, a guy like that isn't going to have a high-paying job that would facilitate golden
getting
bullets.
the gold bullets, because I think that's the only thing that drug dealers have.
You've got to meet a leprechaun,
Yes.
number 1. Befriend it, number 2, and then
You have to get
steal
your
its
hands on
bullets.
some gold.
Yeah.
Like, first of all.
He
Right.
believed he was satisfying his masters and superiors in the netherworld by making a human kill. He thought that if he killed,
Like my
quote,
boss Satan on Your Pretty Faces Go to Hell. Thursdays at midnight on Adult Swim.
yeah, very nice. He thought that if he killed, quote, everybody who was bad to him, he would come back as a handsome man and have a car and girls and life would be fine.
That's just what his grandmother told him his entire life. That's amazing.
That's like what I say to myself about my comedy career. It's like, that's all I want. You know, it's just like, one day I'll have, a fancy car. And
God, I'm going to come back as a real boy, and girls are going to like me. I'll have different friends. Maybe they're attractive, successful.
Do you want to talk about Mr.
Oh, one more interesting fact about James Riva. Converted to Islam in prison.
Oh, yo, hey. That's disgusting.
And he also believed that afterwards the vampires would, quote, throw a party for him.
Oh, tell me, though. I'd love to go to a vampire party. Just being like,
my God.
What's it
try
all
the
about?
juice.
It's just Dracula playing the Transylvania Twist.
They
did the mash.
They did the Monster Mash.
No, it was just kind of weird. Turns out they're all just a bunch of nerds.
Yeah.
I really thought it was going to be a cool party.
And the thing is,
Nothing.
this guy's completely sane now in prison. They got him on medications. He's repentant. Like he knows. He knows
done a lot of
exactly
weird stuff
what
with
he
that.
did.
He killed his grandmother, who was going to die in 7 months anyway. I mean, he's not
I
that
don't
bad.
know. At the same time, it's the thought process that went into
It is. It
Yeah.
is.
You know,
And-
it's different if she was just like, make your bed, James! Make your bed! Like, if she was, like, screaming every day, and then you just went to
might
bed,
have been.
and one day you just, like, fucking wrap a plastic bag around her head and just, like, I'm die, Grandma, die, Grandma!
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
That's,
and
everything's okay, Henry.
And they took him off medication once, and then he attacked a guard because he thought he was sneaking into a cell at night and draining his spinal fluid.
Yeah.
But he was denied
What
parole.
if he's right? What if he's right? We don't know this.
What if all of this is true?
It's so possible. No,
They're
I
just sitting at the party with them. It's like, where's James, Dracula? I don't know. Let's start.
no, we don't have to talk about my guy. Was just check him out. Arthur Shawcross from Rochester, New York. He killed a bunch of prostitutes. The one story that I like the most about him is there's a bunch of undercover cops working the prostitute beat. He dressed exactly like all of them, and then the undercover cops, thinking that he was an undercover cop, would just come and tell him all the information.
That's amazing.
And then he would just be like, but they didn't know they were talking to the killer. And he just like blinks, and he's just a really weird dude. Major mommy issues with him as well. But Arthur Shawcross, there's some. He's a good prostitute killer, but relatively run of the mill when it comes to victims.
I also just want to do let me just quickly go over. This guy is one of the most disgusting serial killers I've ever heard of in my life. This was the guy I was researching right before I attacked the man on the street last night.
The asthmatic man on the street.
The man who could have had a gun. Never fucking gonna get me.
No.
Richard Templeton Chase. Richard Templeton Chase was operating during over only a couple of weeks in the late 1970s and 1978.
A couple of weeks, that's it.
That's it. It was very quick.
Oh, my.
He was a guy.
It was a month.
Yes, he was very, very nuts. This guy was
almost call
fucking
this guy a
cuckoo for
spree
fucking
killer.
Cocoa Puffs. This guy was so like a lot of the stories, he just grew up strange. He was very weird. Didn't really have any friends.
With an
Victim of
Indiana
abuse at the hands of his mother.
Yeah,
Another
but they were always saying. Well, I was watching a couple of docs on him, and they were about saying that it's like nothing above standard for the time. He was born in 1950. People were
Okay.
beating their kids all the time.
Oh,
Everybody
yeah.
beat their kids.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like he was like, all right. He was like a normal kid, except for like he'd start, murdering cats like real
Sure,
bad. Like
standard.
he'd murder the cats and stuff. And the big thing he discovered again is that he could not get an erection, and it fueled his rage.
Not
He
even
got
killing
worse
the
and worse.
cats.
That's what started triggering it later on when
okay.
he started drinking their blood. And literally, it's just more of a case of neglect. Where the first case was. Mom comes home, like literally standard Irish Catholic house, where it's just like no one says anything about
The
what's
front
going
door's
on.
in the back and the back door's in the front. Everything is upside down. You poop in the sink?
Yes.
Okay.
And so but he went through the same thing with James Riva. He went through a weird sort of psychotic breakdown where he started believing his stomach was upside down. That he thought
saying.
that like he thought that his nerve system was going nuts.
he
That
shitting
blood
out
was
of his
draining out of
mouth?
him. He was just losing his mind. He was
Yeah.
like so.
He held oranges to his head because he believed that the vitamin C was absorbed into his brain through diffusion.
So he's having fun. Essentially, he's like a Jonathan Winters.
Yeah, I was going to say Jonathan Winter. I was honestly going to, or Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yes.
It sounds like a Philip
Yes,
Seymour Hoffman.
similar
role.
to me.
Yeah. Yes.
In many respects.
Yeah.
So the first sign of neglect was they came home. His mom came home one day, and they found, little Richard's up in his room. So where's Richard?
Where's the
He goes
oranges?
up to his room, and he's in there, and he's just sucking on a cat's guts. He's covered in blood. He's totally naked. He's sucking on a cat's guts. She opens the door, closes the door. Just
Real
just even
slow,
just lets
yeah.
it, just ignores it. Doesn't say anything. Next thing that happens is that he goes missing for a day.
Mm-hmm.
Cops are just kind of driving around. They see an abandoned pickup truck out in the middle of an Indian reservation, out in the thing, and they see it's stuck in the mud.
Mm-hmm.
They go up to it. The whole truck's covered in blood, and the back of it is a bucket, and in the bucket's a liver. And they're like, "Oh fuck, what's happening?" They look out. There's a trail of blood out into the desert. Out on top of a mountain, like 100 yards away, is a naked man. Jumping up and down, covered in blood. He's covered in blood, just going like, woo, woo,
Not
woo,
bad.
woo, woo. And then he books it. They
Yeah.
finally get him. They arrest him. They're like, okay. They look at the liver. It's a cow's liver.
Ah.
And so they're like, well, we can't process him for any crime, so we're just going to let him go.
Yeah.
So they let him go.
Okay.
So he gets out, and
There's
he's
some
back
red
in the house.
flags here, though, you
Yeah,
might
I know.
want to be aware
So
of.
the next thing he starts doing, he starts realizing is that that's what was giving him sexual excitement was cutting up things. So people started reporting a mysterious man in their backyard watching them through their windows.
Okay.
Like a really tall, lanky guy with long beard and long hair, just like looking through their windows.
Hey, it's Howard Stern. It's Howard
my
Stern.
God.
Baba Booey, Baba Booey. Oh, man. Yeah, he's doing shit.
WNBC.
He's doing bits. He's doing bits.
So the next thing that happens is that he gets he gets interrupted. He starts breaking into houses and looking through people's stuff.
Okay.
Finally, he gets interrupted while he's in the middle of he's broken a person's house. They see him. They run out. He runs away.
Yeah.
And they go up to their baby's room, and they find that he has pissed inside of all the baby's clothing drawers and has taken a dump in the crib. Right? He's just, at this point, he's really just, this is top 10 hits.
I mean,
This guy.
he's either a vampire, a serial killer, or
So the
pledging
ne-
a fraternity.
Next thing that happens is that a dude randomly gets shot in the street. It's a guy, a drive-by shooting. It was
Anything
an
to
old
do
man
with
in
him?
the car. It was him. He drove past.
Oh, I see.
That was
Shot-
his first victim.
That was his first victim. Well, you find out basically he's very different from a lot of all these other guys because he shoots his victims. That's how he
Okay,
kills them.
sure.
And so he did that. The next day,
Did he
I
drain
forget the
this
name
man's
of-
blood, or he just drove
No,
off?
he just shot him in the
Okay.
head. And they're like, okay, they should get some random thrill kill.
I
Next
don't know.
day,
I never understand the point of the drive-by.
it's just to shoot people.
Yeah.
Don't you
It's
want
a great
to be
scare.
around
It's
the
warfare. It's street warfare.
Yeah.
It's urban Shakespeare.
I just feel like you don't get anything
That's
out
what
of
it
it.
is.
You don't see them die. Your image is
It's
the
not
last
what it's
thing
about.
they
It's
see.
not about that.
All right.
Well, so the next day, I forget the name of his second victim.
Veronica.
Teresa.
Teresa was a
Teresa Wallen.
She was a pregnant woman who had come into her house and found that he had
Doubles.
broken her house. He shot her in the head. And then he proceeded to, when they come to show up, and they said that it was like literally all these guys, like police officers coming in and being like, I walked in and I threw up when I saw what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Whole kitchen covered in blood. He had carved open her stomach and took out the fetus. Had obviously been playing with the fetus like he's a dog. Went through all her intestines and all her livers and like went through all her organs. Pulled them out. They were all splayed all over the kitchen.
Sure.
There was a bunch of stuff missing, and they found all these cups that he had taken from the cupboard that had blood residue because he'd obviously been
Playing
dipping
beer
it.
pong.
Yeah,
Yeah, blood
yeah,
pong.
with their stuff.
Do
and
eyes
with their
bounce?
Yeah, you can bounce an eye.
So that's the first
Sure.
one, and so they were like, this is bad.
He's
a
like
couple of
jack
days
of all
later-
trades. So the drive-by and now this?
This thing, well,
Wow.
because he's just getting, it's ramping up and ramping up, and,
Yeah.
and his major crime was
The
next
fetus
day-
wasn't the major crime?
No.
Whoa.
The major crime was they find it was like only a couple of days later. Look, we need to clamp down on this guy. He's broken into a house. I forget the name of the family.
He entered the home of 38-year-old Evelyn Miroth and encountered her friend Danny Meredith.
Yes, he shot Danny in the head.
All right.
right, and shot her in the head, and then apparently also she had a 5-year-old kid.
Okay.
That she shot and he shot in the head, and cut it up. And then he cut up Evelyn, play with her guts.
Oh,
and
don't
stuff like-
forget the 22-month-old nephew.
Yes.
So he
But
shot
this
them all
is-
in the head.
The 22 month is what happened is that like basically when they discovered this crime, it was just blood all over the house.
Be a
And
lot
he
of
had
blood.
filled an entire bathtub with blood that he
Okay.
had drained up into the bathtub. The bathtub was filled to the brim with blood. He had been playing with it. It's all over the place.
Do you think at one point he ducked his head underneath the blood and then came out and he spit a little blood out of his
Oh,
mouth?
I'm certain.
and,
I'm sure he's got a rubber ducky. He's
Yeah,
got a
yeah,
big,
yeah.
like, like a thing, a cap on. And he's washing his back like it's in a fucking Looney Tune cartoon.
his little hairnet
And he's
on.
really crazy. He just going like, "Hey, well, isn't this a bit of an adventure?" Like saying stuff like that
This
to
is
himself
wild.
in the mirror. This is wild stuff.
This is wild stuff.
So basically, they realized it was like, well, she also had a 22-month-old baby. The baby was missing.
Okay.
And so through the guy did no attempt to cover up his tracks. People saw him do a bunch of, people saw him all over the place. And so they found him at his apartment. When he opened up the door, he, of course, sprinted. They finally got him. He had a gun on him. They were trying to get him. When they walked into his house, his apartment was literally covered from floor to ceiling in blood. All over the walls, all over his couch, like all over the thing. There was a blender filled with organs. There was all this stuff. They didn't find the 22-month-old until
Did
a
they
month
check the
after his
blender?
arrest. No, it wasn't in there. They found it headless in a garbage can next to a church, drained of blood.
Okay.
So that was his blood ammo.
Chupacabra.
So it's like,
So
and
wait, they didn't take out the trash at the church for a month?
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah, these fucking priests.
Yeah.
Priests
get
love
on
to
it.
see it. They went out there. They were probably beating off on it, just thanking their fucking pitiful God that they did it for them. Ay Pagora.
That's not bad.
But that's the story of Richard Templeton Chase, the Vampire of Sacramento.
Sacramento. That's amazing, man.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that creeped me out.
Boy, I'm telling you,
Definitely
man.
needs
just-
a little bit more street cred. No one knows about this.
Oh, he's a real
Chase
wackadoo.
character. He is a wackadoo.
They put him to death.
Oh, naturally. How was his courtroom situation? Did they bring him
He
in
was
a cage?
he was
or-
fairly quiet. He was basically just being like, guys, I lost control of my emotions.
1 month. Hey, you're gonna hold it against me my entire life. I had a bad month. You never had a bad month? Couldn't pay bills on time? Maybe your car insurance is lapsing?
I just wanted to take a bubble bath with a toddler's blood.
Yeah. So
And he also thought that Nazis and UFOs were after him, and that's why he killed, to keep the Nazis and the UFOs away.
I mean,
would
he
say-
had a lot of excuses.
yeah. I mean,
He's being a real Robin Williams.
Yeah.
And again, what if he's right?
And
You know?
this guy, Robert Ressler, he had a series of interviews with him. He was a journalist, came and talked to Chase. And at one point, Chase just reached into his pockets, pulled out a bunch of macaroni and cheese, and then handed it to him. And he said, "This is the macaroni and cheese that the Nazis are trying to kill me with. So why don't you take that?" And he didn't get put to death. He committed suicide.
Really?
Yeah, he had been
In
saving up.
prison?
He had been saving up all these antidepressants that they were giving him in prison. Took them all at once. Overdosed.
You know what? That makes me feel fine.
That's fine. Yeah.
I mean, he needed to go.
I'm just happy he didn't die from the mac and
all the
cheese.
other prisoners are terrified of him.
Of course.
Like that.
Oh, when you're the Vampire of Sacramento. So what are you in
like
here
singing
for,
Jungle
you know?
Book, playing with the toilet water. Oh, look, it's raining, everybody. Throwing the toilet water up like, woo! It's just like, I'm a lovely bride. He's got a thing made of toilet paper, a whole dress and veil out of toilet paper. Like, who's going to marry this lucky lady?
Hootie boo.
Oh, drop the soap again. Oh, you're in the bloods? Oh, that reminds me of what I used to drink. Give me your blood. Let me get some of your blood. You guys fucking notice that white dude's
Are
crazy?
you going to eat that Salisbury steak?
Yes.
I simply adore it.
That sounds pretty great. All right. Well, I feel like we've covered a lot. We could do another whole episode on serial killers.
I mean, I've got quite a few others. I mean, they're not even really serial killers. We could do a whole episode called "Dumb Shit Kids Think They're Vampires."
Yeah, of course.
Because I found a lot of those.
But, I mean, just vampires in general. I was finding a bunch of stuff on psychic vampires. I was listening to this Coast to
psychic
Coast
vampire,
with this
great.
woman who says she's a psychic vampire, and she's like, I have to be very careful to make sure not to drain energy from people without them being aware of it. And
I
she's
think
like,
we've talked about
you just
psychic
sound
vampires.
annoying. Yeah, you're just annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love 'em.
No, I got this one kid who got obsessed with the movie Queen of the Damned, not even the book.
Is that
just
the
movie.
Aaliyah movie?
That's the Aaliyah movie.
He was obsessed with the Aaliyah movie.
He was watching it 3-4 times a day and just couldn't get. And he was a Scottish kid too, which is weird. You don't think a
Scottish people, they have weird tastes.
Yeah.
I guess so.
And then there was this German couple.
What did he do after he watched the Aaliyah movie over and over?
He killed the friend who first gave him the Aaliyah movie.
Man,
What?
never give people stuff.
Come on. That's
that's what they
ridiculous.
say. You don't lend stuff, you give it.
That's right. That's right. I've heard that. All right, everybody. We will talk to you soon. Hail Satan.
Hail Satan!
Hail Geen.
Hail me!
All right, and hail yourselves.
I want to drink your milkshake.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Oh, and hey guys, Magustalations.
Magustalations. Check out Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell Thursdays at midnight on Adult Swim. Also, will this be out this week?
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Well, then I won't plug the roast of Henry Zabrowski, which is going to be on Sunday. So if it is out, then
And none of you live in New York anyway.
some of them do.
I
Come
guess
on now.
3 of them.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
All right, hail yourselves, hail Satan. We'll talk to you soon.
Goodbye.
Hey, don't get murdered by a vampire.
Try not to.
And if you are a vampire, tell us your story and why you love blood so much.
Yeah, cavecomedyradio@gmail.com.
We have to have a vampire listener, right?
Have to.
All right.
Blah.
Do you remember in school when your teacher had a favorite of everything? A favorite marker, a favorite element, and yes, even a favorite student? Who wasn't me, so let's move on. I want to talk about their real favorite thing. Kleenex tissues. According to teacher lists, Kleenex is the #1 facial tissue trusted by teachers. They're silky soft, help prevent skin irritation. And now, with Kleenex Snap and Go, you can take them anywhere. Stock up on the ultimate classroom favorite. For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
Still waiting in line? Again? That's time you'll never get back. Save time and money with Stamps.com. Over 4 million businesses have skipped the line with Stamps.com. Join them to save up to 90% off carrier rates from your computer or phone right now. Print postage for certified mail, registered mail, and packages in seconds. Then schedule a pickup right from your home or office. For a limited time, go to Stamps.com and use code PODCAST for a free welcome gift. Taxes and fees apply.